Good evening, and welcome to the CNS Weekly Report. I'm Jack McCocken.
And I'm Harry Dunglebarry. Our top story this week. The Obama administration opened the curtain on some of the Bush-era government secrets this week. They unveiled anti-terror memos divulging that the CIA destroyed nearly 100 tapes of interrogations and other unethical treatments of terror suspects. Also said to be destroyed was a tape of a White House South Lawn keg party attended by the ex-president and his entire staff. The controversial tape is said to have footage of W blasting rails, Karl Rove and ex-President Cheney doing beer bongs, and Mrs. Bush flashing her breasts. Sounds like a good time.
A Colorado man saved the lives of 3 others, including 2 elderly women recently. It seems the 2 women were being escorted across the street by their bus driver and an aide when a truck came barreling down the road in the direct path of them. To avoid a serious accident, Jim Moffitt quickly reacted by pushing the 2 women and aide out of the way. The only one injured was the hero, who suffered broken bones, a dislocated shoulder, and a ruptured spleen. For his courageous act, the Colorado police were kind enough to award the man a citation for jaywalking. Harry?
Typical. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Mike Mullen, reports that Iran is still pursuing the construction of a nuclear bomb, even after repeated efforts of the UN for them to stop. The Admiral said, "If Iran had access to nuclear weapons, it would result in a very, very bad outcome," and urged them once again to discontinue their research. Iran replied, "Ooh, now we're definitely going to stop." Also in world news, in response to the recent violence in the Gaza Strip, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton made her first foray into Middle Eastern diplomacy this week, where at an international donors conference, Mrs. Clinton made a blunt call to forge a comprehensive Arab-Israeli peace. She then added, "I can't wait to get home to cure my husband's sex addiction and teach our old family pet pig, Bill Jr., to fly."
Late breaking news. As heard and seen in recent weeks, the Chris Brown-Rhianna incident has been ongoing now for quite some time. And while police are investigating the criminal consequences and charges are forthcoming, we have been busy collecting information about the situation. We are now going to Chester Copperpot, who has an exclusive interview with the mystery texter involved that night with Mr. Brown. Chester? Were you the one texting Chris Brown on the night in question when all the drama went down?
Yes, I was. I was just texting my baby telling him, "You better come home soon with man, because I want a piece of ass." Ooh. Microphone.
You've heard it here, guys. I'm at kind of a loss for words, so back to you, Jack, Harry. All that comes to mind after that is I'm glad we will not be seeing Mr. Brown or his lover anytime soon. Good luck, Rhianna. You'll be much better without that. Scary. Harry?
You made it rhyme.
I did.
Connecticut's 2 resort casinos are trying a new campaign to attract patrons who might be struggling financially but are still looking for a good time. They say they are adding additional nickel and penny slot machines, more $5 blackjack tables, and low-limit craps. The executive who came up with the idea told me, "We still expect our customers to lose the same amount of money, only over a longer period of time." Then said, "Whoops, did I say that out loud? Hey, please don't report that."
In Ohio, a mother was pinched, so to speak, when she was pulled over for talking on her cell phone while breastfeeding her baby as she was driving. Quite the multitasker. When asked by officers, the woman said she didn't want her baby to go hungry. Now, apparently breastfeeding while driving is not illegal. However, talking on your cell phone is. Almost makes me want to be a cop for a day. In music news, it seems Michael Jackson, the pop king, is about to begin a tour in London where he will play to an all-adult audience, in case you were wondering. And his monkey Bubbles will be in attendance. Also making headlines, Brittany Spears is starting her own comeback as well. The Pop-Tart is trying to find her way back to the top and ahead of the pack, which is a change for Ms. Spears, who has become accustomed to giving head to the pack. Brittany was unavailable for comment, but she did send in this videogram.
The process was cool because I got butthole, and then I experimented with a lot of the butthole. I went all the way back to butthole, and I loved the butthole.
Thanks for that, Brittany. Don't know about you, but I'd sure hit that one more time, baby. With more on her comeback tour, here's Harry.
Brittany kicked off the tour on Tuesday, performing in her home state at the New Orleans Arena. The show opened with Miss Spears descending from the ceiling on hoops suspended by wires, wearing a short red and black ringmaster ensemble to go along with the theme and title of the album, Circus. When asked if Miss Spears was satisfied with her entrance, she had this to say.
Complete butthole.
Wow, I'm surprised they didn't use that one. To you, Jack.
A man in California was arrested after stealing an ambulance that came to his rescue. It appears the man had driven his car off an embankment and into a mass of trees in Humboldt County. When the EMTs arrived and asked the man if he needed help, he didn't say anything. He just got out of his car and into theirs. He then took off and was later picked up 10 miles down the road and booked. He must have been smoking that good stuff. I hear it's legal out there. And it doesn't say if he drove off with his lights on or off. I know you wanted me to check on that. In sports, Terrell Owens has been released from the Dallas Cowboys. The dysfunctional and selfish receiver was let go, and there was no reason given or reply from the team. The overrated player and team has been in the news quite often as of late, with continued pressure being applied to Jerry Jones over the issue whether his troubled receiver would be on the team's 09 roster. And the answer has come. When asked for a response, the Cowboys staff and players had no comment for us, but when we asked T.O. about how he'd feel about playing next season without Tony Romo as his quarterback, these were his sentiments.
It's really unfair. It's really unfair. It's my team. It's my quarterback.
Cry me a river, T.O. Looks like somebody better get that baby a tissue. Maybe we'll be seeing him on a Kleenex commercial sometime soon.
Also in sports, the UConn women's basketball team capped off their 5th undefeated regular season with a 69-59 win over Rutgers, finishing 30-0. The Lady Huskies were ecstatic and celebrated with a post-game wild Greek sex orgy in the showers, followed by a lavish shopping spree of cut-off flannel shirts and men's jeans. Congratulations, girls.
And that will wrap up tonight's show, so please remember, don't hate. If you can't get a date, just masturbate. It's safer for everyone. I'm Jack McCocken.
And I'm Harry Dunglebarry.
This is the CNS Weekly Report. We'll see you next time, America. Take it easy.